The circle of courage. This is really great, because you know how sometimes you get a plaque, now you get jewelry.
As many of you know, it's hard for me to be speechless. It never happens. I guess I was trying to think of what to share with you, whatever. I retired a year or so ago, about a year and a half. And everyone says, oh, you're going to be, not doing very much. Well, that was a misnomer at best. I've probably been busier than ever, but the difference is I'm able to follow my passions. I'm a crisis communication specialist. I have been working with public and nonprofits and doing everything in particular government, what was the issue of the day, and being the mediator, the translator, trying to give clarity to what was going on. But now, all of a sudden, I get to, in a sense, all those issues that have always been there, and I've had to be very, I think the word is discreet. And as a crisis communication, you learn not to say a whole lot. You learn to be able to, in a coalition bill, do all kinds of issues like that. And it's my job to rein in people about what they're saying so that they don't say what they shouldn't be saying. Now, though, I get to say what I want to say. I'd like to say what I am now is more, I get to be the word warrior that I've always wanted to be and always was there for somebody else. I'm working very much with the League of Women Voters, Bay Area, as a director. And what it is what I'm looking at very hard is voting rights, voting education. The issues of just violence against women. It's one of the reasons I serve as a co-chair, as a vice chair for A Safe Place, Shelter for Abused Women and Families. Very much trying to figure out what to do in terms of family violence and the intersection of family violence and community violence. But I'm really not just as a word warrior, but also looking at taking our words and our whatever and translating them into action. And that's kind of what I've been doing. It's one of the reasons why I've spent many years as the AAUW as a national director, very much committed to equity and education. And it's one of the reasons I'm working on the education committee in Oakland. We're looking at our Oakland school board and what's going on there. Again, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I've been working, but now I'm committed, and I think more dedicated to what I'm doing. I'm looking, and one of the things that I've been doing a lot over the years is training, is teaching people how to find their voice, how to, in a sense, how to be authentic, genuine, and how to, in a sense, express your passion. And it's kind of interesting now I'm having to tell myself exactly what that is. I kind of remember something, Charlie Toledo was an inspiration to me a while ago, and she said, and I've adapted it 7 Ways Coming, but she said, one woman alone can be an inspiration, but a group of women, group of people, group of men and women working collectively can be transformation. And that's what I think what I'm literally trying to do right now. I have a phrase in my, that is kind of defined me in communications. I always remember something, communications is about building bridges. It's about, in a sense, breaking down walls. And that's what I'm now, in a sense, trying to figure out ways to do that. I like the phrase, it's a Native American saying, and it says, tell me, and I will forget. Show me, and I may not remember. But involve me, and I'll understand. And I think that is a lot of what I'm committed to in terms of a lot of the coalition building. It's all what people seem to bring me in. It's all I am as a translator, the mediator between trying to do it. And I'm getting the circle of, what is it called, the deadline. And I'm really, one of the things that I have loved that people don't always know is that I was the first civilian in Southern California to represent a major fire agency. I was the voice of disaster is what they used to call me. the beauty of that was that, and that was back in the 1980s, early 90s, and I represented Orange County Fire Department. So I was on about 500 major emergencies, the riots, earthquakes, you name it, I was there. And I was an on-scene responder. And I never knew if the firefighters, I never knew whether being a woman or a civilian was never quite sure what was offensive to them at the time. But I worked with them enough that after 2 years, I realized all the barriers had fallen down because now I was one of the team. And my time is up. And what I was wanting to say about that was I learned so much trying to be, I learned something that I wanted to share with you, is that you never know what you can do until you do it. You never know the possibilities until you go forward.